Well, hello and welcome from the glamorous surroundings of Pyle train station. It's quite early in the morning and I'm just about to head down to Pembroke Dock, West Wales. But why? Well, we haven't got a cruise planned until the end of August. But today, I've decided to go to Ireland on the ferry. Nearly as exciting. I'm taking the Pembroke Dock to Rosslare route with Irish Ferries, and I've got the Club Class lounge booked as well. This fancy. So join me on this little trip to Ireland. Let's go.
We are now approaching Pembroke Parkway. Pembroke Dock is our final stop.
Croeso I Dock Pembroke.
Well, hello from a very sunny Pembroke Dock. That was a long old journey. It took me, I think, just under 3 hours. Nice views though. The reason I left so early, because Transport for Wales is really unreliable. So I took the earlier train to be on the safe side. But that leaves me with a problem now. The boat doesn't depart for another 3.5 hours. So I've got 3.5 hours to kill in Pembroke Dock. And there's not a lot here, to be honest. Let's go and explore, come on. Well, I walked through the town centre and that took about 5 minutes. But luckily the sun is out, so I may find a spot in the sun and just relax for an hour or two. And I've come across the ferry port as well. To kill some time, I've walked up to this hill which overlooks the dock itself. And I've come across this structure. I looked it up. It's the old defensible barracks, Victorian structure, and it was used to house the Royal Marines back in the 1800s. You can't go in. It's all derelict and boarded up. I think I'll take a stroll back into town and look for somewhere to stay for a couple of hours. Maybe a Wetherspoons because it's cheap. I'll probably see you when it's time to go to the ferry. So back to town. Well, I've killed some time. I had lunch. There wasn't a Wetherspoons in town, in Pembroke Dock. There was a Marston's, which was quite expensive and not very good. Not recommended. Anyway, you may have noticed I'm on my own. Mel didn't fancy 24 hours in Ireland with me. Don't know why. Anyway, look at this weather. The sun's come out. It's quite warm now. And hopefully it'll be a smooth crossing as I started to make my way to the port. The ferry's coming in. I don't know how busy the boat's going to be. It doesn't feel very busy, but you can't tell. And I don't know how much of the port I can film. So I'll film what I can. Otherwise, I'll see you on board. And as I said at the start, I've got the club lounge. I'm not expecting much. We'll see. So where do I go? It is open. Well, the check-in was really easy, very quiet, as you would expect. Not many people are foot passengers. And in the terminal itself, there's nothing here. Just toilets and a vending machine. It is a shuttle. This is the way, I suppose.
This is the one, yeah.
I've made it on board the Isle of Innisfree, the Irish ferry to Rosslare. I'll tell you more about the boat later, but I'm just finding my way around at the moment. So how much is it? $21.95. There is an announcement. I can't hear what you're saying. So they do have a little area with fruit machines. It's like a mini cruise.
Attention. Ladies and gentlemen, assembly stations are identified by a large green and white sign. Assembly Station E. While traveling on board our cruise ferry, Isle of Innisfree, your safety and comfort are our primary concern.
So this is Cafe Lafayette, which is just the main cafe on board. A lot of seating, and as you can see, it's not very busy today.
Yellow stairwell on the starboard side of deck 7.
I think I forgot to mention the reception, Cafe Lafayette and Boland's Brasserie were on deck 7. I've now come up to deck 8. I'm trying to find the outdoor area. Oh, I found a door. Exit. Let's try this. Hey, yes. And we are starting to move. They did do an announcement, but I couldn't hear what he was saying. Is it going to be rough? Is it going to be calm? Can't tell. By the way, the ship, the MS Isle, it's an old ferry from RMT, the Belgian company, built in 1991. Looks okay inside. And we did leave exactly on time. 2:45. Well, as the ship turned then, it is far rockier than a cruise ship. Well, I'm at the back on deck 9, and that's the highest you can go, I think. You can't get up there. That says crew only. Hopefully you can hear me, because it's quite windy up here. There's one thing I didn't mention. How much did I pay for this trip? I'll let you know that at the end. Let's go and have a quick look at this Club Class lounge then, before we get out at sea. This is the Club Class. Let's have a quick look. They've got mini spring rolls, scones, pastries. So cheese, biscuits, fruit. Is that wine? For wine. Soft drinks, coffees, teas, water, juice, olives. Well, thoughts on the Club Class lounge. I paid £18 for that. There's not much really, but there is wine, coffees and teas. Is it worth it? I don't know. Not sure. I couldn't see anywhere to charge computers or phones either. And it's really warm in there. What I'll do now, I think, before I have any more wine, I think I'll have a look around the ship again and we'll check out, is that bar open? O'Flaherty's bar and lounge, and also the duty free. And it's quite calm at the moment, not too bad. They did say this bar was seasonal and it's closed at the moment. But like I said, you can get drinks in the Lafayette Cafe. And by the way, when I first went in the Club Class lounge, I wasn't that impressed. It's okay, £18, but the wine was okay. So a few glasses of wine, a few nibbles, it's paid for itself. But if you're driving, which I'm not a good option. Anyway, let's go and see if we can find the duty free. They've got like a lounge area here. Hopefully no one will be needing these. I don't know about you. Does duty free seem cheap to you now? It never really feels that cheap to me. It's a fair sized shop. Let's check out the drink, shall we? How much are the spirits? The spirits aren't too expensive. A litre of Jack Daniels, €31.20. There's a knot for a Grey Goose. And these spirits are on offer, 2 for €35. I think I'll go back up to the club lounge, relax, have a glass of wine, and just fall asleep probably. They do have a special area for dogs, the pet den. One thing I've already mentioned, the ship is really warm. I thought it was just the Club Class lounge, but the whole ship. I think before we go back in the club room, have a quick look around the ship and just check how busy it is. Like I said, I don't think this crossing was that busy. It's a Monday, kids are still at school. It didn't seem that busy at all. But it's still very quiet. I forgot to check the prices of the drinks. Let's have a look. So to be honest, the value of the club lounge, £18, and the food or any snacks, I think it is worth it. So I'm going back to the club lounge now, and I'll see you when it's time to disembark. Well, we're just about to dock. Unfortunately, there's a slight delay. We can't dock because there's a ship, another ferry, that's got an issue, and it's in our berth. The captain said it should be about 25 minutes. We'll see. By the way, I forgot to mention, there was Wi-Fi in the club lounge, but it wasn't brilliant. These are the speeds. So I've arrived at a very noisy Rosslare. Because of that ship stuck in the berth, we were half an hour late. And as a foot passenger, we're last off the ship as well. We have to meet when they take you down, back on the minibus, and back out. Anyway, it's a nice evening. Not too bad. I forgot to mention, the club class, I think I mentioned that already, it was £18 for that room. But the overall cost, how much did the crossing cost? It was £15 one way, 1.5. So not too bad for a little mini cruise. And I had a few glasses of wine, pretty good. Myself and Mel are doing a proper cruise later this year in August. We'll be trying Virgin Voyages, so stay tuned for that one, and we'll see you in another video coming up very shortly. Bye.